Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. Yes, I'm back in town, back from my holiday. I hope you enjoyed the few videos I had recorded ahead and thrown it up on Be Rich. Of course, my team was rather depressed and heart crushed that the view counts on the videos were not as great as the other channels. It's understandable. The content may not be relatable with market conditions and market movements. I do not usually speak politically, so most of the election coverage would have not been present in my videos. And of course, there was an unexpected market movement which is not captured on this channel, which I will talk about a little bit in depth now. How should you be reacting to this news? How should you move? And how should you invest? And hopefully by the end of this video, I will help you get some clarity on what you should be doing as an investor going forward, because there's going to be a little more volatility till things settle down, at least in the short term. So what led to this volatility? I'm sure it's been analyzed to death now. The point of the volatility was, as always expected, people in the market participants, that's you and me, Mr. Market, try to predict the market and predict the future. And this was even true in terms of electoral results. And we thought, at least the people in the know thought they could foresee the election and predicted that the ruling party would come in a thumping majority. And this led to even a lot of candidates and a lot of speakers giving, doubling down on it and giving a strong vote of confidence and assuring that by investing money right now in the market before the results came, you're going to see amazing results on the day of the results being announced. When those kinds of people in the know started preaching such information, this led to a lot of froth in the market. The market kind of lost track of itself and lost its mind and went running ahead with not really news, but predictions. So you know what happens. All of us start listening to astrologers. And that's exactly what happened. No one can predict the future. And as lo and behold, as the results started coming in on the day of the elections, on the 4th of June, it was very apparent that though the ruling party has a majority, it's not going to be in the volume or towards the direction it was hoping for. I'm not getting into the politics of it, but the market again reacted to this news, because from hoping to gain a certain amount, it did not gain that amount, and it led to market becoming nervous that there may be more unknowns in the results than we really know. So from being exuberant, it became very scared, and people started exiting the market in rapid form. Fast forward again to the next day. What happened then? Well, again, Mr. Market, in his psychotic nature, Mr. Market felt, wait, we kind of oversold. It's not so bad. Things are not so bad. The ruling party is going to continue. So they start flooding the market again. So you see this extreme volatility in the market, and this is going on. So what has been happening is people have been trying to forecast which companies are going to be in their favor of the government, which companies will get benefit from people who have won in the elections. And you can even see it in certain companies, like if we talk about Amaraj, which we'll talk about it another day in greater depth. We've seen its price trends moving in certain directions, and people feel in the market that it's due to certain people who have won in the elections, which may favor the company. I'm not getting into that right now in this video, but I'll do another video about that and an analysis on that with my brother another day. But you see these happening as the news of the elections has been filtering through. So what do you do if you're a small-time investor like me? Well, a small-time investor like me who has no political allegiances and I don't have too much money, I have a little money. I'm just looking to get by so I may be able to retire with something of a corpus, so I don't have to worry in my old age. And that is my aim. And I hope most of my viewers, that is your aim too. Well, if you look at it like that, I would suggest staying defensive at this point of time. Defensive stocks are stocks which are like in the FMCG stocks. FMGC stocks should do well in the conditions we are currently in, even if you're looking at the global conditions and even if you're taking inflation into consideration, most of these FMCG companies should be doing well. I do hope during those market dips, a lot of you I did encourage on Instagram to invest. And those of you who have been sitting on the fence waiting for a great time to invest, because a lot of you feel that you should be timing the market. And when you see a correction, you've been holding onto your war chest and hoping to invest. I hope you took that opportunity and invested on the day when the market did correct severely, because a lot of the stocks which are there on Anand's Patas list, as you guys say, were there at a very heavy discount, and I hope you did buy. The FMCG stocks are a good defensive stocks. Like I said, no matter what is happening in the market, people still need to eat, and people need to bathe, and people need to brush their teeth, and these are the goods which are sold by these companies. And no matter how inflation does, how the world does, people need to continue doing these basic things, and that is why they consider defensive. Yes, their growth may not be as what you call magnificent as other companies, which may be aggressive, but it is more sustained. And in the long term, FMGC companies tend to grow at a steady pace and give you good returns. And we've spoken about ITC, we've spoken about other FMGC companies on this channel extensively. So that is why I would say you should look at it. And especially looking at rural areas in India, there seems to be a slow recovery happening there. And post-elections, this recovery should pick up some more steam, because the nature of the government is going to be relying on such, meaning the cabinet now would have to be taken into consideration when the government decides to make any kind of decision, because it is an alliance government in the center and all partners will have equal weight. And if a minister feels it's not moving in the direction, he will go back to his party boss in the state and things will move in a slow but a methodical manner. And I do feel that the government will also be paying attention a lot to rural and infrastructure investments in this new alliance government, and it won't all be lopsided towards certain states, but it'll be more evenly spread out through the country. So we should see good return on FMGC, and rural demand should pick up is what I'm hoping for. So if looking at that, holding on to a few FMGC stocks should be good. And there is a lot of uncertainty even when it comes to the public sector companies, and that is very apparent if you've seen the Nifty PSE index, and if you've been looking at the Nifty IT index. ITs have done well, while the public sector companies, which have really favored on previous day before the election and during the election, because of all the promises which was held in these companies, if a strong government came into power, the investments in these companies. Now it all seems to be a little astray because we're not really sure who's going to be doing what anymore. So that is kind of uncertainty is what has led to the dampness in the public sector companies. So if you're looking at this is what my philosophy is right now, is to look at investing in FMGC companies if you're looking at it in the long term. Other than that, if there's value buys in the companies which I've always spoken about, like Tata Group companies, like IDFC Bank, the other private banking companies which you have spoken about, see value there, you can look at that too. Aside that, from that is of course gold. Gold has seen a price correction. That is due to the main reason the central bank of China seems to have hit a pause on buying gold, and that pause has led to a correction in gold price. Now, you must remember, a lot of you are asking me, is gold going to correct further and will it go down? I cannot predict. But what I can say is fundamentally what has kept gold prices boiling and kept it moving forward has not changed fundamentally. The rate cuts are expected in the US and it hasn't happened as yet. So when the Fed rate does come, that is, you will see further rising of gold prices. And the geopolitical situation as far as the standoff between China and US is concerned, and Russia and US is concerned, and the countries which are aligned with Russian ideology and Chinese ideology, those central banks are also consuming gold and they seem to be stockpiling on gold. And this trend would seem to continue for some time until we see a shift in geopolitical stances of these countries, including America. I don't think even a new president in the United States would be in any rush to change the current stance they have with China, because it will be very unpopular for the president to do such a thing. So taking that into all consideration, gold prices, I don't see it correcting downward because there is no reason for volatility to go down in any financially or geopolitically. So if anything, going forward, this volatility either will stay or gold prices will start crawling upwards again. So if you're looking at gold, it's a good opportunity if you're thinking of buying gold. And in India, investing in gold-related companies such as Muthoot and Manappuram are also great because those companies are fundamentally in gold and they lend based on gold. So this is what I'm standing at. I did have a great trip. I hope all of you had a great summer break, those of you who did travel. Whomsoever are just starting their trip and then going on a holiday now, I wish you a wonderful holiday, and I'll see you in the next one soon. Bye.
It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.